Hello everyone, Meteorologist Tim Williams here on CBSBaltimore.com with the latest web extra from First Warning Weather. Our eye to the window, our WJZ Outback has been pretty quiet over the last hour or so. We've seen snow showers around the area, but right here in Television Hill, they've been coming and going. So what we're seeing now are some calm conditions with the temperatures still dropping now below freezing, at or below freezing around much of the area. Still cold enough to support snow, but the atmosphere is still very dry, so much of the snow not making it to the ground. Right now we're sitting at 32 degrees at BWI Thurgood Marshall. The dew point is 29. So again, very dry out there right now. East wind at 5 miles per hour. That east wind could help to moisten things up. Typically an east wind brings in moisture from the ocean, and that will in most times, in most situations, help to add some moisture to the atmosphere. That could help those snowflakes make it to the ground. Right now sitting at 18 degrees. As of this update in Oakland, 30 in Cumberland, 28 in Bel Air, 36 in Ocean City, 30 in Frederick. Winds are pretty calm around much of the area. So as I've mentioned before, this is not a very wind-driven event, although the front that's coming through that's going to help bring those snow showers through will make it a little gusty at times, but then it'll pretty much go on through here. It's not going to be a prolonged wind event. So we're still looking at the snow showers mainly before 4 a.m. Still right on target for that. Later we get into the night, the best chance we'll have for the bulk of these snow showers to make it in across the Ohio Valley and make it into our region. The light accumulation we're expecting is only a coating to about an inch. Localized areas like we've seen out in far western Maryland, maybe some areas close to the Maryland-PA line could see 2 inches plus. And just know that there could be some slick road conditions for your morning commute. The snow should be out of here by then, but anything, of course, on the road when the temperatures on the road surfaces are at freezing, even if they are treated, could still be a little slick or slippery. Now, we're looking at First Warning Live Doppler radar. The bands show the snow showers around the area, and where the temperatures are warmer right up along the bay and on either side there, you're seeing some of that rain making its way in. Darker colors embedded in this system here are showing some of the heavier snow showers, and in some of these cases it's making it to the ground. We're seeing some reports of the snow showers in the panhandle of West Virginia, out toward Hagerstown, out toward Leesburg, but we're just not seeing any widespread accumulation just yet. Now, in the scheme of things, our winter weather advisory will remain in effect unless it's lifted until 5 a.m. Don't expect it to be lifted before then. But this winter storm watch, well, this is for the lower eastern shore and southern Maryland. That's for another event that I'll show you here in just a second that will play out on Friday into Saturday. Now, the bigger picture shows the accumulations of roughly 1 to 2 inches, maybe up near the Maryland-PA line, and maybe just a few isolated spots where we could see some higher accumulations. But overall, for most of the WJZ viewing area, trace to roughly an inch, a coating to just about an inch around most of our state here. Now, here's satellite radar composite showing the wider picture. Here are some of the stronger portions of this system still kind of getting its act together and moving into our general direction. Now, as the leading edge of this system makes its way down, the moisture makes its way down to the ground, it'll set the stage for the tailing portion of this to all start to actually get to the ground. And because it's cold enough, it should come down and lay pretty nicely after we get past about midnight or so. So again, until the early hours of the morning. And after it moves on out of here, it looks like things are pretty nice for the rest of the day. Things calm down pretty nicely. And again, this is the kind of dry snow that you'll be able to go out and just kind of sweep off your walkways and off your steps. Shouldn't need shovels and a ton of salt this time. We get into the 1 o'clock hour in the early morning. This dark shaded area here is the snow. We'll start to see that pushing on away. By the rush hour tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., you'll start to see the clouds now. Snow pushing off to the east. The clouds starting to break. We get into the latter portion of the morning. It looks like we could see some sun just around the 11 o'clock noontime hour and in the early afternoon. And then ahead of our next system, clouds start to build in from the south. Here this comes, clipping lower eastern shore and southern Maryland. That is Friday into Saturday, and that moves on off. Now, we'll keep an eye on that, but it looks like it stays far enough to the south and east that it does not impact most of Maryland. 28 degrees, still our overnight low. Look for the snow showers to create maybe a coating to roughly an inch of snow. Slick spots around, but again, overall, we'll warm up only to about 35 degrees. Can hardly call that warm. We'll be just a few degrees above freezing on your Friday. So the snow will end. The clouds will break for some sun, but it stays cold. So again, those slick spots could stay out there for anything, especially if it's not treated. For the next 5 days, 29 degrees on Saturday. Look for 27 on Sunday. 31 on Monday. Then we get closer to seasonable normal temperatures. Tuesday, 40 degrees. But these overnight lows, look at that, 13 degrees. The overnight overnight low on Sunday. So colder air is staying with us for the next several days. There's your latest Web Extra from First Warning Weather. We'll be back here with another update here in just about an hour.